Our top focus is from Mumbai as we speak after a foreigner living in the city tweeted pictures of a man who allegedly masturbated in front of her in broad daylight on Monday. Now, the Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis has directed the Joint Commissioner of Police, Deven Bharti, to look into the matter. This information was tweeted from the official Twitter handle of the Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis. After the Chief Minister's intervention, the complainant also tweeted, and I quote her here, "I wanted to say thank you for the overwhelming support I have received from so many people across India about this incident. I am now in touch with the police here and am handing over the matter to them. I have therefore decided to take down the picture." Unquote. All right, and joining us live from Mumbai is YC Pawar, ex-IPS officer. Mr. Pawar, thank you for joining us on this disturbing story that is emerging from Mumbai as we speak. What kind of action can we firstly expect in a case like this?
No, it's a criminal offence, and there will be offence registered under IPC 354 and other sections also.
But sir, do you think the law is a good enough deterrent in this case, in cases like these?
Yeah, good enough, and it's a deterrent. It's a deterrent law and good enough.
Right, but this is a disturbing incident that we're talking about from the maximum city, Mr. Pawar, and it's not only Mumbai. Other cities have experienced something similar as well, be it in Delhi, in those taxis that we're talking about in the recent past, or be it in Mumbai. This is a worrying and emerging situation.
This is an outcome of our westernization of our country and whatever way we are going. Now we can't expect something better than this, and this is bound to happen. This is the fallout of the various things which we are doing. Whatever porn activities, whatever we are showing on the media, in the media, all that is reflecting upon now. These are the incidences which are like this everywhere. Now there is no methodology by which you can stop this, except that you can take action, legal action, and prosecute them. Because it's a dementia, it's a mania, it's a human psychology that man behaves in this manner whenever there is an opportunity. And now since everywhere it is being projected, so people are taking undue advantage and taking clues from all these things, and they are behaving like that.
Mr. Pawar, I would like to understand what you mean by this is because of the westernization of the nation.
Because whatever liberal attitude we are having, that liberal attitude itself is dragging us into this side.
So you're blaming
Earlier, there was some fear of the...
You're blaming it on people accepting the Western customs and cultures?
Of course I am blaming.
What does this have to do with a man masturbating on the road publicly in front of a woman?
But then why are they? Are we trying to understand why are they trying to do that like this? Why it is happening? Why? What could be other reason? What is the other reason? You tell me. Is there any other reason you can name and quote? I don't think there is any other reason. It's a effect of the liberalization of the society. It's directly affecting.
But couldn't it only be because of the man in question who still and yet to be nabbed, wanting to just disturb the foreigner in front of him?
No, he will be nabbed. I have no reservations because I am sure about the ability of the police. Police will definitely catch the person. It may take some more time. That is all. Beyond that, nothing will happen. But catching one person. Now there are punishments and punishments, deterrent punishments, but people are not taking any lesson. Why? Because earlier in the society, I know I landed up in Mumbai in 1966. I was a laboratory assistant that time. People used to hammer such person if he is in the street. Now people today, as on today, people are totally indifferent towards these things. Therefore, the entire fear has been lost.
All right, do stay with me, Mr. Pawar. I also have Ms. Shah, chairperson of the Maharashtra State Commission for Women, joining us live. Ms. Shah, you just heard Mr. YC Pawar there. What he claims is what we are seeing on our screen, that incident that has taken place, that was tweeted by the foreigner in question, is the impact of Western civilization on our country. What is your reaction?
I think what happened is highly condemnable, and I also welcome the trend of the women reaching out, whether it be a Westerner or an Indian, reaching out to reaching out and conveying their episodes which has happened to them. I believe they are truly survivors. It is not as simple as passing the buck onto the society. You see, the government, the administration is duty bound to come up with strict guidelines. Tell me what happened after the Taxi for Sure incident, or Uber now,
Yes.
or maybe what happened in Ola. Has the government still come out with guidelines? They are still operating, all of them, fancy free, footloose, and the government not taking the cognizance is giving wrong signals. While I completely appreciate, I don't know the gentleman who was talking to, the ability of the Mumbai police to nab the culprit. There are no two ways about it. But the matter does not end there. The matter begins.
So you're
there.
saying that
What
there will
happens
only be a
thereafter?
solution
Our
when there is
judicial
some
system doesn't perform.
accountability?
Absolutely, there is no accountability. No one was held accountable. The driver is still scot-free. The directors, the managers of Uber, Ola, Taxi for Sure are absolutely without any problem. When you must know that when you book any of these cabs, you just sign on a letter, sign on the undertaking that Ola, Uber are not responsible. Similarly, this thing happened yesterday in Ghatkopar. One young girl was molested. I think she was just all but 6 years old by a cleaner in a school compound. What happened? We went to the police station. The FIR was lodged. We made an application that she should be given manodharya. But where is the accountability? Unless and until we fix accountability, responsibility, nothing is going to change.
All right,
And
I'm going to
that
come
is
back to the
duty
two
of
of you
the
in a
government,
moment,
the
because I
administration.
have an update coming in on this incident as well. We're being told that the Mumbai police has recorded the statement of the foreigner in question, the complainant, from an undisclosed location is what we're being told, and they have started investigating the matter. We have Mayuresh joining me on the phone line. Mayuresh, bring us the details of the investigation.
Certainly, that's the information we are getting from our sources within the Mumbai police, that they have told that they have recorded the statement at some undisclosed location where they went and they recorded her statement, and they have got the detailed information at what time and where and what was exactly happened and where exactly it happened. And after that, they showed that photograph also to the woman, and they asked her that, have you seen this person before also in that particular area or not? And now after that, they will start their investigation in this matter. Back to you.
Mayuresh, do stay with me. Mr. YC Pawar, why is it that people are finding it easier and more comfortable to take to social networking sites to post such complaints than go directly to the police?
I am not justifying police behavior. Police do not behave that I totally agree. People are reluctant to go to police because complaints are not properly entertained and people are not given proper treatment. And I was not trying to pass on the buck. I was only trying to analyze why this mentality is developing. One thing I found that because of this westernization. Second thing, I thought that because of the indifference of the people in the street, people available in the street, when such incidents happen, they have become indifferent and they are not participating. For that also police is partially responsible, because police do not support such people. Instead of supporting them, police do misbehave sometimes with them also. So that is why people are reluctant for that also. I was only trying to analyze.
Right, Ms. Shah, coming back to you, you would be getting a lot of cases, a lot of complaints over the months and weeks from women. But is one of their claims also the fact that it's very difficult to approach the police over matters of sexual assault, molestation, harassment?
You see, absolutely. It has been a stand as a chairperson. I always believe that the prime job of a police or a police station is guna nondri, to register a crime. At the moment, what has happened is that the police station has been reduced to a family counseling center. They are busy counseling as to why this happened, why you should not lodge a complaint, and as to why you will be harassed should you lodge a complaint, so on and so forth. I think it is about time that the police fundamentally and principally registers an FIR when a cognizable or not cognizable, whichever offence is committed, accordingly lodge a complaint. They must stop counselling under 498A or under any other offence, but register a complaint. Unless and until an FIR is lodged, believe me, no investigation will start and it will not serve as a deterrent. Eve teasing. I have myself gone to a police station. There was a young girl who was said, "Kya theek hai, aapko eve teasing ho rahi hai? Why don't you change the route?" Believe me, such incidences, maybe the incidents which happened today or eve teasing, is a prelude to a rape or even further heinous crime. Therefore, the Mumbai police, I have no doubt in my mind about the ability of the Mumbai police. But down the line, at the police station, they should be more receptive and lodge immediately an
So you're
FIR
saying
should
that the
there be a
mindset
violation
of the
your
police has to
domestic
change. They have to sensitize themselves further to such situations so that they can in fact encourage women who face such incidents to come forward.
and have confidence in them. The issue is lack confidence in the police system and the administration at large.
Yes, do stay with me. I'm going to come back to the two of you in a moment from now. Mayuresh, our correspondent, is still live with us from Mumbai. Mayuresh, if you've had a word with the complainant in this case, is she satisfied with the way the investigations are now carrying on?
The complainant doesn't wish to come on camera, or she's not taking anyone's call. So that's why we couldn't have any kind of word or any kind of information from her. But what we have gathered information from our sources within the Mumbai police, that they have recorded her statement and they have showed her photograph also, and they will be treating her tweets they will be using her tweets in her statement also, which she had posted prior to file this complaint. Back to you.
Right, do stay with me, Mayuresh. Coming back to Mr. Pawar, who's still with us. Mr. Pawar, this is an issue that doesn't only really have to do with Mumbai. It is a nationwide issue. It is a worry across India, really, as far as sensitizing the police personnel and staff is concerned.
See, always there are efforts to sensitize the policemen down below. In fact, I was myself worried about the police behavior at the police stations. They do not behave is a fact of life. Point is that let us try to find out. I am not, again it will come to passing on bucks, but the fact is that look at their educational qualification, look at their standard of living, look at the way they are being treated in the department, the way they are treated by the people. Look at the Indian Evidence Act. The Evidence Act is so clumsy that it is very, very difficult to get a conviction in the court of law, and all these factors, they are together.
I understand the technicalities, Mr. Pawar, that you're stating. I completely agree with them, but that's very different from sensitizing the police force, the police staff, when women approach them with such issues, because you yourself are seeing over the last few months, we've seen women who face such incidents of harassment actually take to social networking sites to actually initiate a complaint, a movement, a campaign against the accused. Mr. Pawar.
Yeah.
So my question to you is that it's very different to talk about technicalities and how there are loopholes within the system, within the law. But it's also the approach of the police staff that also needs to be sensitized towards women.
But that is what I agree totally, and that is what being done regularly. Police officers do keep on briefing them. Point is that it's a process. It won't happen in a day or two. It's an ongoing process, and each one of us, everybody, while I was in service, now even today the officers in service, they are doing that. But finally, you look at the other factors. There are other factors which influence the conduct and behavior of the policemen to a greater extent. Look at the powers concentrated in their hands. Look at their educational qualification. Look at their salary. Now this makes them to behave in corrupt manner, and that corruption does not allow them to be fair with the people. Everywhere they find that this is the case in which I can knock down some money, and that becomes the consideration. It is very difficult to control. Now it has to come from the top, that each one of us have to maintain our integrity. Unless the top ones maintain their integrity, they can't have courage to tell the lower ones that you observe the integrity.
All right, let me go back to Mayuresh also, who's still with us from Mumbai. Mayuresh, just take us through the assurance that the Chief Minister of the state has now given.
Certainly, see, when we had word over here in Kulaba area where we're standing and we asked people about this incident, they were aware of it and they were quite not happy with the police system and the police patrolling over here. So the suggestion we got it from them is like that police should patrol each and every lane of a popular street like Kulaba over here where we're standing. And they also said that Maharashtra government should look into this matter, because such kind of cases, when we say in India we consider Atithi as our god, we consider him like a god. So when we say Atithi Deva Bhava, and when we invite other people through our tourism or through our tourism department, so this is not a really good sign. So that's what the mixed reaction we got. One gentleman went on to say that punishing the culprit is not the only thing. We should change the mindset of people, and for that government should start the awareness campaign also, because this female was literate, she was aware about the social media. That's why she put using her presence of mind, she put everything on the Twitter, and then she got a good response. But there are many other cases which went unnoticed before that, and which may go unnoticed if the woman is not that literate and if she has no exposure to all such mediums. So they said, so according to people, that there should be awareness campaign in cities like Mumbai where these cases happens. Back to you.
Right, Mayuresh, do stay with us. We also appeal to all our viewers who've tuned into this bulletin that if you have seen this man, the picture of whom we have now broadcast on our screen, do get in touch with the Mumbai police. We will be flashing their numbers on our screen shortly. But our bureau in Mumbai also spoke with a lot of women on the roads, a lot of citizens of Mumbai over this very, very disturbing incident. Here's what they had to say.
See, I am a tourist as well in this city now. So, as a tourist, I think this is unpardonable. And the fact that, it's happening in broad daylight and nobody else, who's like passes by are doing anything about it is a bit of a shame. And if you're a foreign national and if this is the sort of, thing you witness, then I think it leaves a really bad impression. I mean, for
women in India are definitely not safe. If a man in front of a lady who's come from abroad, if he can masturbate, forget a lady from abroad, even in India, you have to be a little more sensitive towards it. And just because since she was more into her social media thing, she was able to help herself. Otherwise, a localite, a person who is not into a social media thing will not be able to locate herself.
See, you cannot stop people who are perverts. The mindset has to change. Now, I'm not trying to sound gospel or, in that kind of sense. But the thing is, if somebody is caught doing it, it's the responsibility of the local people out here to see to it that he feels ashamed. It's a kind of a punishment which I guess police is not able to do. They'll grab him, put him in that havalat game, 2-3 danda, and after some time leave him, because there's no point even having a case. You are actually filling up the jail, and we are paying, the taxpayers are paying for their food. There has to be a mechanism where he is to feel ashamed in public.
All right, Mishad, there you've heard a lot of the citizens of Mumbai and people who are visiting the maximum city express their worry and horror over the situation that prevails. I want to know, as far as this incident is concerned, will the Maharashtra State Commission for Women take suo motu cognizance of the matter?
I think the cognizance has been taken right up till the Chief Minister. We must understand the Women's Commission is largely a recommendatory body, and therefore, as I said, that the first recommendation we have made to the Mumbai police is as soon as a woman comes, an offence should be lodged and no counselling. So I think in this particular matter, since the CM has himself taken cognizance, the matter will take the right direction and the culprit will be nabbed. But there are so many other women where they face this problem. What are we going to do about it? It is about time that we, the government, the society, the commission and the politicians come together and work to ensure that there are more and more women on the road, whether it be taxi drivers like Priyadarshini, where I am a founder, or the women police force.
Right.
Believe me, unless and until there are more women on the road, the city cannot be safer for women. So if you see, there are 33% reservation in the Mumbai police, but currently not more than 4%. Now, what is the government doing to change that?
Right.
Are they training enough women? Are they focusing on training women to pass police service? So all these questions have to be addressed in toto, because it is the final responsibility of the government to govern, to ensure that the dignity of women is protected. Just by mere statements or having a special session on discussing the dignity of women, it won't change unless and until the decisions are taken on ground, dealing with brass tacks of women's safety, nothing is going to change.
All right, pertinent point that Ms. Shah, chairperson of the Maharashtra State Commission for Women, and also Mr. Y.C. Pawar, ex-IPS officer, thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast. We leave you with the images of the man in question. We are appealing to our viewers this afternoon. If you know that man on your screen, if you have seen him on the roads of Mumbai, do get in touch with the Mumbai police. It will be at least a step towards ensuring the safety of our women in Mumbai. This also is a comment on how there is a growing trust deficit really between the police and the citizens of the country, that they first take to social media networks to complain about the harassment they've been through instead of directly approaching the police. We'll be back in moments from now.